Hey team, so many of you have reached out and shared with me the value that you've received from the couple of nightly calls that I've gone over talking to these contractors, putting our foot in the door offer with the BNI in front of them, and then having them become a Midas member from that interaction that you have me fired up. So you may hear my family running around, you may hear some voices, you may hear some cars going by, even some birds chirping because we're out having a good time. It is 4th of July weekend, but like I said, I'm fired up and I didn't want to have you guys waiting because I know you're also fired up and you're in action mode. So I wanted to record, since we didn't get to actually record those nightly calls, I wanted to record the training for you guys to be able to review with the added element of me actually doing the screen share where I'm going through the process myself so that you guys can follow along and you can see the step-by-step process to do with the added bonus of my actual workflow. So this note that you see here is my actual workflow that I keep for myself to make my recruitment and conversational job pretty automated and pretty easy. It also gives you helpful tips like knowing which cities that we're targeting, knowing what the 15 types of contractors we're targeting and the non-contractors that we're looking to befriend so that they turn around and bring us people. And then it's got cool things like the breakdown of what we're doing. It's got the questions that you could ask contractors, and it's even got copy and paste messages for you to post in these groups to turn around and have contractors raising their hands and saying, hey, I would actually like to be a part of what you're talking about. So we're going to turn around real quick and go into social media, and I will talk about the broker sites as well and show you how simple and how easy this process is so that you can start crushing it with us. So we're going to go to this social media search bar. And for those of you who have followed me for any length of time, you'll know that literally since I was a teenager in this industry, I've been talking about social media search bars. All the way back then, it was Twitter, and that was my favorite social media platform to market on because it had the most advanced social media search bar. You could literally type in any word or phrase, and Twitter would give you a list of people tweeting about that word or phrase. And now, since then, the rest of the social media platforms have caught up. They've adapted that element into their own social media search bar. So as you see here, if we type in plumbers in Orlando, we're going to get a list of people that are actually tweeting about needing a plumber. Felicia says any plumbers in Orlando. Amber says looking for recommendations on reputable plumbers, but we're not actually looking to talk to them yet. That will be a phase for if we are generating leads for the plumber business and you guys want to be hands on and generating deals for them and helping them and the BNI itself get more leads, then that's a great strategy for that. But we're actually looking for plumbers with the intent of this video. So we're going to use Facebook a little bit differently. We're going to go to the search bar. We're going to type that term in like we did, but we're going to click on groups. And then as you can see here, I am a process of the process. So I am already in all of these groups, but I give you the good news. You can literally click join. It'll say join for you. You can click join and these groups will instantly allow you in them. So as you can see here, there's a handyman group in Orlando. There's a roofer plumbing and locksmith group in Orlando. There's things like that that's already targeted for, and some of them are Florida in general. So that you can even target all of the Florida cities, get Tampa in there, get Miami in there, all the cities that we're targeting in those Florida in general groups. And then obviously you can come in here to the specialized Orlando group. And as you can see, people in here are sharing their different services. They're talking, showing, some of them are showing their work, and they're looking to either partner with other plumbers or hoping that people are joining these groups in the Orlando area looking for the right handyman. Because it's no secret how the social media search bar works now. Some of you may just be learning it from this experience, but a lot of culture has already suggested that plumbers are in here and people who are looking for handyman services are in here. So like we said, we're looking for plumbers, and here you can see I already had the post pre-saved ready to upload. But what we would do is we'll go to our handy dandy workflow, and again, I'm going to include this workflow in the video post that we send out to you guys so that you have it, so you can come here and copy this post right here, which is what I just did. And as you'll notice, are there any blanks in the blank area? I went ahead and typed in plumbers in the Orlando area because that's what we're looking for. And then we just posted in here. And that's how simple it is, guys. There's nothing more to this part of the strategy. They're going to reach out to you if they are plumbers in the area. They're going to comment or they're going to send you a message. And then you're going to follow up with them about the BNI. You're going to send them the correct BNI site for them to create their free account on. And then the rest is done for you. The leads start being tailored to. And of course, they're hearing about Midas, which means you're going to get a Midas member out of it. You can, once you, for those of you who are talkers and you're interested in building a relationship, you can take these relevant questions that we have to contractors and ask them those relevant questions, which will build rapport since you're going to be their team leader anyway. Once they join Midas, it's not a bad idea to build some rapport with them. But for those of you who don't have that element in you, who you're not a natural networker, that's the entire process for finding them on social media. Now, the other way you can do this, because the social media search bar also lets you click on the people's tab, and now you see plumbers who are living in Orlando, and you can click add a friend, and you'll turn around, and when they accept it, now you know who they are. Oh, okay, cool. That's Eldon. He's the plumber in Orlando. Let me have a quick conversation the same way that I was having a conversation in the group with him. You can ask him these questions if you want, or you can skip right to letting him know down to business like, hey, I see you're a plumber in Orlando. I have a no cost JV network I hook contractors into that gets them more projects in the area. And then boom, if he's interested, he's going to ask, you're going to send him the BNI link. That's going to bring him through the Midas process. And just like that, now you're lead generating people who need our services, who are not only going to be a part of the BNI, who are going to bring leads to the BNI, who are going to use the BNI to build their business, but they're also going to turn around and they're going to become a Midas member in your team because you put them there. And now LinkedIn works the exact same way. If you just come over here to the search bar, you can type in different things. And as you can see, again, I already have some of the work done there: HVAC Florida, contractors Florida, plumber Florida. So LinkedIn is heavy on the occupation side because you will find groups that you can join. Obviously, here we are in quite a few of them that you can just click the join button, and they don't have the numbers that Facebook does, but LinkedIn is where the professionals hang out at. So if you just click on the people tab, as you'll notice, there's a whole bunch of people who have HVAC expert in their title that you can just click connect with, and then you can send a message. You can have the same type of interaction with guys. So the follow up process is the same on all these social media platforms. It's just showing you how to use the social media search bar. And then obviously, I sent that. So now I can, now that he's pending, I can send him a message and say, hey, I'm blah, blah, blah. I have a JV network that I would love for you to be a part of. Right. And then so the last element works just like that as well. It's biz, buy, sell. And then I'll also include the other broker sites where you can get some traction on. But you just basically go to these broker websites and you're going to search by state in this case. And you may find each one giving you the city of recommendation. When you click on all industries, I'm just going to show you how the filter works. It's going to give you every business for sale in Florida. We already know the types of contracting, and if you don't, here are the different contractor types that you can just type in to that. Some of them will have their own categories. Like you'll see HVAC actually has its own category. And then some of them fit under general contractors and different types of categories like that. So if you type in plumber and there's not a plumbing category, but you see like contractor or home repair or things like that, it's okay. Those businesses are going to be found underneath that. It's just some of these contracting types are so overwhelming with listings that they've given them their own actual setting. So that's really nice on our behalf because you can see what the company is asking. Here you see a business that's asking for $550,000 and they're cash flowing $447,000. Guys, this is a prime example of a business that you want to contact because as you'll learn and as you'll hear from me, there are levels that these businesses are trying to get to EBITDA wise, aka cash flow wise, so they can sell at a higher multiple. So we're actually coming and being their savior, no pun intended, by being able to come in and all you have to do is click send a message. And if my phone loads, okay, it'll ask you for your contact information and the optional message to send them. And when you do, you send them just like it's a social media platform. You'll send them a message. They'll reply to you. They'll usually get your email contact or they'll give you a phone number to call them. Some of these listings do have a phone number. So for those of you who are natural networkers, you can just skip that step altogether. You can come down here to the bottom where it says contact. This is not one of those, I guess. And then you can just call them directly. But for most of it, it works like a social media platform. So you're going to send them a message, and then if they like what you're saying, they're going to give you their contact information. And what's cool is sometimes you're going to get a broker, which actually is almost more advantageous because if you get a business broker that's going ahead and listing these sites for the business owner, then you can ask that business broker to send you every contractor that he has under contract. And then you get a whole bunch of different contractors